Oh yeah, they be doing this. They be doing this. Same, sis. Same. Mine actually was with his new public supply the entire time that we were still married. Like a whole year of him being married to someone else. That was their relationship. Sorry, it's not funny. But what I do find comical, and believe me, I am not passing on blame to the other woman, although I handed her all the red flags on a silver platter. The main one should have been the fact that he was still married, but I guess she was like, ha, details. But for a woman to go through the entirety of their relationship with someone else's husband, only for that relationship to crash and burn into a heap of flames as soon as they were divorced, when you could actually claim another title other than side piece. My secondhand embarrassment was in full force. And no, there are certain circumstances where it is very difficult to see that you are the new supply because narcissists are so good at love bombing and spinning it back around to make it look like the other person that they just left 0.5 seconds before was the problem. But this one, nah, sis, nah. She was handed every single red flag. Oh, and also, the entirety of the relationship, the man was on DV probation. I don't know a bigger red flag that could have been placed right in front of this chick's eyeballs. But yet I was the singular problem in their relationship. It's funny, if you don't want those problems, I just advise not dating somebody else's husband when they're still sleeping together and living in the same house. Proud side chicks unite! But narcissists are notorious for this. As soon as you hit the devalue stage, which I would even argue it's before that because they love to recycle their old supplies, as my ex-husband did with the women that were his mother's age that he immediately called to come over to the house as soon as he kicked out his entire family with a falsified domestic violence injunction. I mean, literally that day, the man went on his social media and changed his profile picture that was one of us to one of him without a shirt on his boat, and was immediately messaging all of the women that had ever told him that he had a nice haircut, and some of the ones that he had cheated on me, his ex-fiance, and his ex-wife with, hitting them up to see what they were up to. Which, of course, the initial response from most of them who had brain cells was, weren't you just like in another state with your wife a month ago? And he's like, yeah, you know, I did what I could, but she just wasn't right in the head. Some people you just can't help. They're like, oh, you poor little baby. Let me come over to the house and cook you some snickerdoodles since you're younger than my own children. Mommy issues. But they definitely, when you reach a devaluation stage with a narcissist, they are absolutely, without question, out, meandering around and scoping out who their new supply could be. Because these people cannot go without some sort of continual supply and attention to validate their nonsensical sense of self-worth and that they weren't the problem. And furthermore, they don't care if they're still married. As soon as they have discarded you in their head, regardless of if you are married or not, you are gone. You don't exist to them anymore. Appropriately ending a lifetime commitment like marriage is not on the radar for them. In fact, it took double the length of time that it should have with our divorce because the man can't focus on more than one thing at a time, and the entirety of our divorce process was him trying to love bomb his new supply into solidification by giving her all of the attention and whisking her away to hotels for the night. That was his priority. But again, I was the problem.